Good day mga ka-CRT, magkakaroon ulit tayo ngayon ng quick review of the Philippine Electronics Code. This time naman, Book 2. So ang Book 2, ito yung Fire Detection and Alarm System or FDAS. This is Engineer Joshua B. Ancheta. Simulan na natin ang review. An FDAS component that can be individually identified of its status or used to individually control other functions. This is addressable FDAS. An FDAS component such as smoke detector, heat detector, or manual fire alarm station that doesn't have an electromechanical or software address that gives a discrete identity. This is the conventional type or conventional device. An FDAS component provided with primary and secondary power supplies that receive signal from initiating devices such as detectors and manual fire alarm stations and processes these signals to determine the required output functions such as activation, notification appliances, annunciators, and the one-way emergency communication system. This is the FACP. What does FACP stands for? This is the Fire Alarm Control Panel. This act shall be known as the Fire Code of the Philippines of 2008. This is Republic Act 9514. The color of the manual fire alarm station must be red. An alarm zone shall have a maximum floor area of blank square meter. 800 square meter. Audible notification signal shall have a sound level of at least dB or blank dB above the average ambient sound level or 5 decibel above the maximum sound level having a duration of at least 30 seconds or 75 dBA, whichever is greater. Measured 1.4 meters above the floor in the area required to be served. So, the question here is the audible notification dB or sound level in dB. The minimum requirement is 15 decibel. Okay, at least 15 decibel above the average ambient sound level. Detection is required in the spaces under raised floor more than blank millimeter in height. So, when we say detection, ito yung kung maglalagay ba ng smoke detector or heat detector. So, again, detection is required in the spaces under raised floor more than 600 millimeter in height. Two main purposes of FDAS. Ito yung number 1, detect the fire at the earliest stage. Second, to give an alarm to alert the occupants so that appropriate action can be taken. Each building shall have one FACP, okay, the Fire Alarm Control Panel. 2 or more panels networked together shall be required if the total area of the buildings in a multi-building complex exceeds 4,000 square meter. Okay? For buildings or facilities with a total floor area of blank square meter or less, a conventional system, semi-addressable system, or addressable system shall be used. So, pwedeng conventional, pwedeng semi-addressable or addressable. Pag sinabi nating semi-addressable, combination niya ng conventional and addressable. Okay? So, answer is 8,000 square meter or less. For buildings or facilities with total area of blank square meter, semi-addressable system or addressable system shall be used. So, kapag ganito yung area, hindi na pwede yung conventional type system. Okay? If the area is more than 8,000 square meter. Smoke detector shall not be installed if the temperature is below blank degree Celsius. The temperature is above blank degree Celsius. And the relative humidity is above blank percent. So, ito yung mga sagot. Okay, smoke detector shall not be installed if the temperature is below 5 degrees Celsius or above 45 degrees Celsius or the relative humidity is above 93%. SD or smoke detector shall be located on the ceiling. If installed on sidewall, it shall be located at a point not more than blank millimeters from the ceiling to the top of the detector. So our answer here is not more than 300 millimeter. Okay? For flat ceilings with a height of not more than 4 meters, ST spacing shall not be more than blank, meaning all points on the ceiling shall have a detector within a distance of blank meters. Spacing of detectors from walls or partitions shall not be less than blank millimeters and not be more than or not more than blank meters. So, ang mga sagot natin dyan, ito. So, kapag ang ceiling hindi lalagpas ng 4 meters, SD spacing shall not be more than 9 meters. So, yun yung una nating sagot. Meaning, all points on the ceiling shall have a detector within a distance of 6.4 meters. And the spacing of detectors from walls or partitions shall not be less than 300 millimeter and not more than 4.5 meters. For flat ceilings with a height of more than 4 meters but not more than 6 meters, SD spacing shall not be more than blank meters. All points on the ceiling shall have a detector within a distance of blank meters. And SD from walls or partitions shall not be less than blank millimeter and not more than blank meters. Okay, so ano ang magiging sagot nyo dyan? Kapag ang ceiling natin flat and then ang height niya is between 4 meters and 6 meters, SD spacing shall be not more than 4.5 meters. So, mas magkakalapit to kumpara kanina na yung height ng ceiling below 4 meters. Pero kapag mas mataas, ito between 4 meters and 6 meters, SD spacing shall not be more than 4.5 meters. And then all points on the ceiling shall have a detector within a distance of 3.18 meters. And the SD from walls or partitions shall be between 300 millimeter and 2.5 meters. For ceilings with a height of more than 6 meters, ito mas mataas na halos to. So, common ito kapag mga warehouse. Okay? Spot type smoke detector shall not be used. Instead, blank type smoke detector shall be used. So, kapag mas mataas na sa 6 meters, hindi na pwede yung mga spot type smoke detectors. Ang ginagamit na beam type smoke detectors. Next, for flat ceilings with a height of not more than 4 meters, HD or heat detector spacing shall not be more than blank meters. All points on the ceiling shall have a detector within a distance of blank meters. If the ceiling is more than blank meters, heat detectors shall not be used. So, kapag heat detectors, it is either below 4 meters or above 4 meters. So, kung below 4 meters, ito dapat yung spacing. Okay? So, heat detector spacing shall not be more than 7.5 meters. All points on the ceiling shall have a detector within the distance of 5.3 meters. But if the ceiling is more than 4 meters, hindi na kailangan ng heat detector. Manual fire alarm stations shall be installed at a height of blank meters above the finished floor and shall be located at easily accessible points which is free from obstructions. Okay? Manual fire alarm station shall be located within blank meters of each exit door on each floor. Okay? So, ito yung manually, i-on mo yung fire alarm. So, ano yung mga sagot natin dyan? Yung isa, 1.4. Ito yung manual fire alarm station shall be installed at a height of 1.4 meters above the finished floor. Yan. And then, yung pangalawang answer natin, manual fire alarm station shall be located within 1.2 meters of each exit door on each floor. Yan, sa mga exit door. Okay? Next, additional manual fire alarm stations shall be located that from any point within the building, the travel distance to activate the alarm shall not be more than blank meters, measured horizontally on the same floor. So, kung malawak yung floor na yon, dapat merong manual fire alarm station. Okay? Within 30 meters. So, yan. So, again, additional manual fire alarm station shall be located from any point within the building. The travel distance to activate the alarm shall not be more than 30 meters. Measured horizontally on the same floor. So, kung malaki-laki yung floor, okay, mas maraming manual fire alarm stations. Next, a sufficient number of audible notification appliances shall be used to produce minimum sound level of, pakita na natin sagot dyan habang binabasa natin. Okay, ulitin ko. A sufficient number of audible notification appliances shall be used to produce a minimum sound level of 65 dBA or 10 decibel above the ambient noise level, having a duration of at least 30 seconds, which is greater. Measured blank or measured 1.4 meters above the floor, okay, in the area required to be served by the system. So, yun yung mga answer natin for this slide. The sound level produced by audible notification appliance and the ambient noise combined shall not exceed 115 dBA. Okay? So, dapat yung sound level ng audible notification appliance. Ito yung alarm. Tapos, plus the ambient noise shall not exceed 115 dBA. The actuation of notification appliances shall occur within blank seconds after the activation of the initiating device. So, once na ma-trigger, ma-activate, dapat yung actuation of the notification shall occur within 10 seconds. Next, the bell shall be the most basic notification appliance. It shall have diameter or each shall have a diameter of at least blank millimeter and an output sound level of at least blank dBA. So, yung diameter nung bell para sa alarm system is at least 150 millimeter. And then yung output niya, output sound level is at least 80 dBA. Okay, next. A one-way emergency communication subsystem network shall be required for the transportation terminal with a total area of more than 10,000 square meters. And a one-way emergency communication subsystem network shall be required for the shopping malls with a total area of more than 15,000 square meters. Then another is a one-way emergency communication subsystem network shall be required for the hotels if the total area is more than blank square meters or with more than blank floors. So kapag hotel, if the total area is more than 15 square meters or with 15 floors, kailangan itong one-way emergency communication subsystem. Then, kung sa office buildings, a one-way emergency communication subsystem network shall be required for the office building with a total area of more than 20,000 square meters or more than 20 floors. Okay, next, a one-way emergency communication subsystem network shall be required for the residential building or condo with a total area of more than 25 square meter or more than 25 floors. Okay? Then, two-way telephone communication subsystem shall be required for conventional system with an FACP of more than blank zones for addressable or semi-addressable with a more than blank detectors. So kapag conventional ang bilangan dyan, zones. Kapag addressable or semi-addressable or semi-A, ang bilangan naman dyan, detectors. So our answer here, 10 zones and 200 detectors. So yan, two-way telephone communication subsystem. Kailangan yan kung conventional with more than 10 zones and kung sa addressable or semi-addressable with 200 detectors. Okay? That's the end of our quick review of the Book 2 of the Philippine Electronics Code. I hope may mga napulot kayo ritong idea or information and sana mag-subscribe kayo sa aming YouTube channel. So thank you again sa pagpanood ng aming video tutorial. Okay, good luck sa inyong mga exams. God bless to all.